Welcome back to Broncos Weekend. Now, with the Broncos already taking care of business on Thursday night, that leaves the entire Sunday schedule to enjoy for Broncos country, which means you probably have more time to spend thinking about the tailgate food than you do the actual wins and losses on Sunday. Alexis Perry is outside Mile High Monument with one of the biggest names in the Denver food scene, cooking up some chicken wings.
Thanks so much, Matt. Here with Lon Symensma. He is the executive chef and founder of ChoLon Restaurant Concepts. Lon, we have an amazing spread today. What are we making?
So, this is all about the tailgate party. Obviously, the Broncos do the Taste of the Broncos event every year, and we're so terribly sad that we're not actually able to bring everyone together here at the stadium and do that event this year. But we can go virtually and make some fun dishes, and it's just a great way to bring everybody together, and a tailgate's a great way to, spread the love and to make delicious food and share a little bit of a pregame together. So today, we're gonna do some grilled chicken wings. Not your traditional chicken wings where you're gonna deep fry them and toss them in the buffalo sauce and dip them in the blue cheese dressing. I studied a lot about Asian food in my life. And one of my favorite chicken wings is more of a Vietnamese style caramel wing. So instead of deep frying them, we're actually gonna grill them. So here we have our grill right here.
Okay.
So we're just gonna open this up. And my favorite thing, I don't like to cut the wings into the pieces. I like to keep them whole. Okay. So this is how you do it in Asia, right? And then you just grab onto it and nibble it. So I'm just gonna toss those right on the grill. There's enough fat in those chicken wings that you don't have to worry about oiling it up too much. So
perfect.
Just put those on the grill like
Throw
that.
them on high heat.
High heat, yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna get that skin like nice and charred and crispy.
What are these ingredients that you have out here?
Yeah, now we're gonna make the sauce. So this is all things that hopefully you should have at home, or if not, we can work and play around with it a little bit. But just some vegetable oil here, ginger, garlic, just minced by hand a little bit. Black pepper. This is one of my favorite ingredients from Vietnam. Some of the best black pepper in the world actually comes from Vietnam. And then obviously in your fridge, you got some sriracha sauce. This is ma ploy, everyone's favorite sweet chili sauce.
Yummy.
Rice vinegar, you can use any kind of vinegar. You can use apple cider, sherry vinegar, whatever you have.
Okay.
Soy sauce and just a little bit of sesame oil.
Easy.
So I got my little saute pan right here. We're gonna add some oil in there. And then we're just gonna put some of this ginger in here. Now we wanna caramelize this a little bit. Get a little bit of that flavor like nice and deep and rich.
How much would you say that is of each ingredient?
This is about maybe let's say a quarter cup of each.
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna stir that around. Get it nice and caramelized.
I love that smell, ginger and garlic together.
And so the whole idea here is to get these nice deep flavors built. Smell how nice and aromatic that is. You can smell the ginger, you can smell the garlic. Now, we're gonna go ahead and add, let's say, a teaspoon of black pepper. Stir that around, and we're just trying to like toast that spice to get it nice and aromatic. So
I wish it was smell-o-vision. Wouldn't that be nice? I wish people could smell this at home. It smells delicious.
Yeah. Sriracha sauce goes right inside. Let's call that like 2 tablespoons, that nice spice. Now for me, Asian food is a lot about balancing flavors. So that was our spicy. Now here's ma ploy, that's very sweet. So we're gonna add mostly ma ploy. That's the base of the sauce. And then, so obviously vinegar is acidic. So we're gonna add that in. That's gonna be nice and sour. So again, think about Southeast Asian cooking as kind of like yin and yang.
Yes.
Like hot, sour, salty, sweet, and kind of balancing flavors and building them together.
Okay.
So now we have our spicy, our sweet, our sour, soy sauce, salty.
Salty.
Salty, you knew that. You knew that.
Did I? I knew that.
A little bit of soy sauce in there. And again, those harmonious flavors are just gonna balance each other. They're really aggressive, really intense on their own, but we're building them and making them one beautiful sauce all together. And then sesame oil, just a little bit of nuttiness. Now, you see how thick the sauce is on my plate here? So basically, we're gonna allow this to come to a boil and just allow it to reduce for probably like 15, 20 minutes.
15, 20 minutes, it reduces and you pull
and then over here on our nice grill, see those beautiful char marks that we're getting on the chicken wings there? Again, that's another flavor dynamic, that's bitter. Right, so the char is bitter, hot, sour, salty, sweet. So we have all these amazing flavors that are all being balanced together. Now we're just going to add this into this bowl right here.
Okay.
And our chicken wings over here are beautifully cooked. See that nice deep grill, the nice char on there? We're gonna add those into the sauce. Okay, just give those a little bit of a toss.
I feel like this takes skill. The toss takes skill.
I didn't even make a mess of myself.
I know,
so that's
right?
great. And now, And just line these up on the plate. So beautifully there. Nice. Make sure they get nice and glazy. You're gonna need some finger wipes for this for sure. But that's how they do it in Asia. You just gnaw on it until it's just like that.
Perfect.
And then just for some nice freshness and some texture, some scallions and some beautifully wilted, sun-wilted cilantro.
It's a little warm out here, but that's okay. Still tastes amazing.
Et voila.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Lon. Beautiful.
Thank you so much, Alexis, and a special thanks to Chef Lon as well. Looks like a tasty, tasty recipe. Steve, we've got 4 games. We've got 4 games coming up with 4 games behind us. I want to look ahead to the New England game, Miami, Kansas City, Atlanta. We got the Week 8 bye in there, so it's a little altered. But what do you see when you look at this weekend's slate of games? We got the Chiefs and Patriots playing each other.
Well, I think that's going to be a great game. I still think the Chiefs are the dominant team in the NFL right now. They don't have a ton of injuries on their team. They coming off a Super Bowl championship, so they are definitely the team to beat right now. And I think that they'll handle business this weekend.
How important is it to look at this season in 4-game chunks? Why is it that coaches tend to look at the season in quarters as opposed to halves or just one long stretch?
Yeah, well, it can break the goals down a little bit. Instead of looking at the big picture, you break it down a little bit. And hey, players and coaches, they want players to look at games. When you're in games, like, hey, one play at a time. If you go out and you play this next play, give it everything you have, good things are going to happen. So coaches, I think, try to chunk it together to kind of see how they did and say, hey, did we win this 4-game little mini season? And we didn't. We only won 25% of the games that first quarter. We got to come out and have a second strong quarter. With all the injuries we have, it's going to be tough.
New England on the road, and then the Broncos return home for Miami and Kansas City, the bye week, and then Atlanta. So, Steve, when you look at those games, do you see anyone that is more important than the other? I mean, obviously Kansas City is a divisional opponent, but you got to take care of business against teams like Miami too.
Yeah, they're in the conference AFC, so that helps to win those games as well. The only one I would say is Atlanta would be the one that's probably the least important of those, but that's the one I think we have the best chance of winning out of those games because each of these teams are playing well. The Kansas City Chiefs, New England with Cam Newton out there, they got a new life out there. I thought it would be a different situation with Tom Brady not being there, but they've been playing well. We're going to see how they're going to play this weekend. And then we know, what the Kansas City Chiefs have, they have a ton of weapons on offense. Defense is playing extremely well. That's going to be a tough game for us. And then the Miami Dolphins, I think that's going to be a good game, a good test for us. Ryan Fitzpatrick out there, the Harvard graduate.
Fitzmagic.
Yeah, Fitzpatrick, yes. So it should be fun.
Any plans for Sunday, Steve? We don't have a Broncos game.
Oh, I'm just going to be watching Red Zone, baby.
Red Zone. You go Red Zone. You don't watch the individual games.
I like Red Zone, man. I like seeing what each of the games are doing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. That's good. I'm going to be watching Kansas City and New England. Newton versus Mahomes. That's must-see TV, in my opinion.
Yeah, well, I'll have Red Zone on my computer.
Oh,
my son will be in the other room with the game on, probably the Chiefs, I'm sure.
Multiple screens.
Yeah.
I like it, Steve.
I
like it. All right, that'll do it for us on Broncos Weekend. A special thanks to Alexis Perry. For the Hall of Famer Steve Atwater, I'm Matt Boyer. Thank you so much for watching Broncos Country. We will see you next week.